Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Championship Sunday for the ECC Season 9 playoffs. My name is Machtfish and by my side is, from our partners over at Sunday's Esports, it's Herbie.
Very good to be here for the last day of the ECC9 season as we name Champs, Division and Vortex champions tonight. And the focus kicks off in the preliminary round of these Champions Division playoffs. After Saturday whittled down the remaining contestants to 6 teams, we now have MINKZ Luminous taking on Dutchies Esports for a place in the semi-finals, where 2 Simps, 1 Furry are waiting.
Yeah, you said it, 2 Sims, 1 Furry, still unbeaten this entire season and waiting for the winner of this match. We are running late. I think we can have a brief look at the bracket though. I hope we have that as a scene this time around prepared. And yeah, we started with 12 teams yesterday, only have 6 teams remaining. Right now we're showing, of course, MINKZ versus Dutchies, and on the B stream, which you can watch using the command !multi-twitch, there's going to be Pepegas versus Donkey Punch, I believe. So yeah, great Rocket League action coming here for the final day of ECC Season 9 playoffs in the Champs Division. And there's some money up for grabs, 100 euros for the winner of today's bracket. So, but when we come to that, we have to thank our sponsors, of course, Valor and Game King Esports. Thank you very much for providing parts of that prize pool. But Herbie, coming into the first fixture, who do you have for this?
Well, MINKZ Luminous, one of the remaining top seeds. It's a complete contrast to Division 1, where 2 of the 3 top-seeded teams were out by Championship Sunday, and then the third was eliminated in the preliminary round. All 3 of the regular season champions of the Champions Conference are still active. MINKZ Luminous, top seeds in Champions Conference 3. They're playing Dutchies Esports, a team that's had a decent run. They finished 4th in Champions Conference 1, but you would have to think that their playoff run is going to come unstuck at some point, and MINKZ Luminous look like good potential opponents to take on 2 Simps, 1 Furry in the semi-finals, who they actually dropped 2 games in the seeding round yesterday and came very close to losing it in that Game 5 OT. So I think these 2 teams trying to get into that semi-final fixture will be feeling like their path to the final isn't impossible and their upcoming opponents are potentially vulnerable. So this is the perfect opportunity for a team like MINKZ, who has the league play pedigree by topping Conference 3, just to take the playoffs by the reins and make their stake.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that one. I think that MINKZ seem to be the slightly stronger roster, and I think that they'll have a bit better chance of taking this game. But enough waffling from us. This is the best of 7 for the first day, for the Championship Sunday, not the first day of the Championship Sunday. It's MINKZ versus Dutchies Esports. Herbie, your go.
Well, Blue is underway and carrying the ball forwards to the offensive third as MINKZ are looking for a quick start to this series, but Fluzrex will make the clear. And the last time that I casted Dutchies Esports in these playoffs was their first round win yesterday. A 3-0 win, actually. 2 of the games coming in overtime. They looked like a decent side, but lacked a little bit of offensive punch when they needed it. Defensively held very firm, but they're going to need to be strong at both ends to bring down this MINKZ team.
Yeah, you mentioned it. We obviously had the pleasure of casting Dutchies Esports yesterday together. MINKZ seemed solid yesterday on stream as well. I'm looking especially at Prownsy, who's been a real difference maker in offense for this MINKZ squad. And one thing they had a bit of trouble with yesterday is Chris and Blue. Their communication just wasn't there. It just had a lot of double commits between them. So if that happens again today, then I think Dutchies Esports, they can definitely capitalize off of that. And they can create some dangerous chances, as Polly is doing right here, opening the scoring. 1-0 Dutchies Esports gets it past 2 defenders.
Yeah, good finish there from Polly. It's exactly how you want to start off a series. The best of 7 can be a long slog, so you want to get your clinical finishing going early on, and they have done exactly that. The underdogs take the lead for the first time in this series. Almost certainly won't be the last either, but can they build upon this lead, or will MINKZ come back at them? Of course, they're not going to feel like they're in danger yet. It's only the first game and only the first goal, so we're not going to see the team deviate from their traditional tactics for quite some time. That's a great pass into the middle from Fluzrex. Tampuri is up for the rebound, hits the post on the far side, but gets it back again and scores.
Blue just doesn't have the read off the post bounce there. Goes backboard and bit of a wide rotation, but then just had enough time for the to take a bit of time for the post bounce, but just misjudged the way it would bounce out, and yeah, Dutchies just hard punished that one for the second goal, and it's looking like a good start from the Dutchmen against the Germans. Obviously elated by Max Verstappen's victory in Formula 1 today. They're trying to take down the Germans here in Rocket League as well. So Tampori and Polly, wonderful combination, but just a bit off on the accuracy there with the final pass. But great three-man passing play from Dutchies Esports coming out. It's looking like they are very much warmed up and they are eager to go and they are eager to get a good start in this best of 7.
Well, MINKZ Luminous still yet to find themselves a goal as we approach the 3-minute mark of this first game of the series. It looks like Dutchies Esports have just got a little bit more desire currently. They're getting forwards at higher speed, and all three of their players are factoring into the offense. But that's a dangerous clearance, and Brownsy had a stab at it. Chris will follow up onto the rebound. That was a must score for MINKZ. Unfortunately, they did.
Yeah, and Chris just there to be the janitor of the MINKZ squad, just clean up after everyone's mistakes. Brownsy probably should have had the first one, but doesn't matter. A goal has been scored, and that's a big confidence booster for MINKZ, who have been fairly outplayed in these first 2 minutes here, but now they can finally go back. It's Brownsy looking for a pass, but the infield path was so open, but he can't find the accuracy to get it to Chris. Rex gets it out, big clear from him, but Blue immediately the ball in the orange half. Yet again, Polly gets it past one, but Brownsy already waiting, pouncing on that loose ball, gets it past Tampori as well. Has a solo play now. Brownsy with the double tap. Can he make it? Yes, he can. Wonderful comeback from MINKZ in the form of Brownsy.
Oh, what a way to equalise. Turns on the spot, pivots, gets the extra touch, and then sets themselves up for the double tap. A fantastic finish to equalise. Brownsy has laid out an early marker in this series of what they're capable of individually, and MINKZ have now come from 2-0 down to level it up. Dutchies Esports will be looking to put them right back under pressure by retaking the lead. Polly dragging the ball towards the net. It's actually on target, and Blue looked a little unsure about that one, so it's Brownsy getting across to make the save. Rex with a pass across the face of the goal, which is sent clear by Blue all the way over to the far corner, and we're seeing some more end-to-end stuff now that the game has been leveled up again.
Yeah, complete shift of momentum. MINKZ seem to have woken up, just seem to have taken the first 2 minutes off the game, just trying to evaluate what their opponents will bring to the table, and now they're ready to basically participate in this game. As Polly's looking for an infield pass, can't find contact. Blue looking for a fake, gets it. Brownsy against the backboard, but it's only gonna be as far as Tampori. No, Chris actually lands on it on the wall as well, keeps up the pressure for MINKZ. Now Blue looking for the infield pass again. Will Brownsy get to it? No, Tampori, good cut from him. But as soon as the ball is coming to the net, the defensive rotation of the Dutchies is still holding firm.
1:25 to go in the first game of the series. Still deadlocked at 2 after Brownsy's excellent equalising goal. MINKZ will take possession in the back right corner. Good fake on the wing there by Blue, has freed up some room. Now Brownsy will take over. Still has one defender to beat. Tried to carry it underneath. There's room to shoot here for Blue, and it's into the bottom left corner. Nobody's back defensively, and from 2-0 down, MINKZ lead for the first time.
Yeah, and that's a bit of chaos. Polly with the demo as well. It doesn't seem like it was that deliberate from him. Just misplaces him on the back rotation, and then Blue just threads the needle with that shot. All three MINKZ players getting involved in the offense, getting involved in the goal scoring. Obviously, the highlight goal coming from Brownsy here, but nonetheless, each goal is only worth 1 point at the end of the day, and now MINKZ have actually swung this game completely around. Can the Dutchies respond? It's Brownsy now on the wall. Misses that one. Leaves it over for Blue and Chris. First double commit from them. It costs them a lot of offensive momentum here. Polly can't really control it, though, and so the ball's still in the dangerous territory. Rex forced up. Gets a good pass to Polly as well, who gets it clear out of his own half.
And now with 37 seconds to go, MINKZ defended a 1-goal lead. Pinned in their own defensive third at the moment, and that's a misclearance by Chris. But Blue is going to look for Brownsy in the opposite direction, and suddenly MINKZ are breaking and looking dangerous. Tampuri's clear up to the halfway line will alleviate some of that pressure, but with 20 seconds to go, they need to turn this possession into shots on target. Polly is going to do just that. Blue makes his third save of the game. 10 seconds to go now. Rex into the centre. Tapped away by Blue, not much distance on it, but they're going to get the corner boost, and now we'll send it all the way clear. Gets the 50 win as well. Might even put the ball all the way into the centre, but they're getting good time off the clock. Blue passing the ball back. They need to be careful with the direction they're headed in there, but it all comes good for them in the end, and MINKZ take game one.
Yeah, MINKZ take game one. After a sloppy start, they just come back to take it. Still are being outshot by Dutchies, especially well, not even by the entire squad of Dutchies, still being outshot by just Polly, who had 6 shots to MINKZ 5, but just supremely efficient in offense, decent in defense as well, and so Dutchies had a good start, but MINKZ just came back into the series and came back swinging.
Well, first game win of the preliminary round, but you are still 11 games away from being able to call yourselves the Champions Division winners. So there is still a long, long way to go. But to get that first game win will get the team on their toes, especially the fashion in which they did it. Started very weakly, and Dutchies Esports then just kind of collapsed in the second half of the game. And that really should have been their game win. You can't afford to toss away too many leads, even in the series as long as 7 games.
And especially when you have such a strong start and you're looking like the hotter team coming out of the blocks, but MINKZ Luminous just showing the Dutchies where, well, the good starts end at about the 2-minute mark, when MINKZ finally decided to, you know, just participate and just play in the series as well. But we'll have to see. The series is long. We've told it. As you said, the series is still very, very long, and they need some more highlight goals from Prownsy, because that will be something that really mentally breaks you down if you have one opponent who's just constantly, like, not freestyling, but a bit styling on you nonetheless.
Well, over on Slipstream EU2, Donkey Punch are 1-0 up in the series. You can use the multi-Twitch command in the chat to check out the other preliminary round as well. But MINKZ Luminous looking for a quick start to game 2 as Chris levers a shot on target, which is turned aside by Polly, who has looked like the offensive catalyst for Dutchies Esports so far. You mentioned the 6 shots on target that they had, but I think they need to spread that around the team a little bit, instead of Polly throwing the ball on net from distance and creating easy saves for MINKZ. There is a 2-on-1 coming in the other direction for MINKZ, as Prownsy looked in behind for the demo attempt, and now it'll be Blue going for the pass, but again, Polly is up there for the interception.
Yeah, Polly just being all-round magician on that pitch. Now Prownsy looking for the flick on Fluzzrex, can't find it. Chris moving in against the backboard. Tempori, it's a difficult read, but he has it nonetheless and can continue to carry it down. Blue cuts in and gives the ball back to Prownsy. Polly on the backline. Lot of time, lot of space to use it. Whiffs the ball. It's a big whiff, but none of the MINKZ players expected it at this level. Of course, you don't have to bang out the shot from Prownsy against the crossbar. Blue, can he find the angle? No, he can't, and Tempori will clear.
Prownsy at the halfway line is going to send it back in. They're looking for Blue, and the pass, if the shot had been on target, it would have been very tough to save. But still, MINKZ continue to come forwards as it's Prownsy keeping the ball in the air. Over to the far corner it goes, and they look the favourites for this next touch as well. But Polly has done so well. Clears the ball out, looking for an outlet pass now, and they found Fluzzrex, who goes for the flick over the top. Blue just about gets to it to make the save, pinching it off their own back wall. Now Polly, looking for Fluzzrex. Polly! Oh, they almost got it back again in front, but a good demo by Chris there. These two teams are getting a little more creative in the last 45 seconds or so, but Game 2 does remain scoreless.
Game 2 yet to be scored on, but Dutchies Esports looking for those infield passes, but Chris, a nuisance. Second demo from him, where he just takes out the player that was supposed to be receiving the pass. And that's one tactic that will definitely work against Dutchies, whose focus is on those 3-man passing plays. Chris now with the flip reset from the ceiling, not dangerous at all for the defense, well positioned from Dutchies, but the ball deep in the MINKZ territory. It's Tempori, good block from him. Can he get it into mid? No, he cannot. Fluzzrex, quick cut, but it's only setting up Chris, who looks for Prownsy, but he can't make contact with the ball. Good chance again, goes begging. The accuracy that's been there for MINKZ in the first game seemed to be a bit more lacking now.
Well, when I said that Polly needed to throw the ball on goal less in this game of the series, I didn't mean for the team to replace that offense with nothing at all. They've had 1 shot on target so far to MINKZ's 4 in what has been a lower shooting game overall. But in midfield, that's where the real battle is being fought. Plenty of demos, as you've already mentioned, particularly from Chris, who is doing a good job of making blocks on this Dutchies attempted pass in place. 2 minutes to go in the second game of the series, and whoever scores the first goal in this one is going to have a hefty swig from the momentum jar. That is a dangerous clear there infield, but Fluzzrex will take over, and I'm wondering how the first goal of this game is actually going to come.
It's looking like it's going to be a breakdown, like just 45 seconds of sustained pressure, maybe leading to it. Tempori getting a demo on the backline of Chris. Prownsy over 1. Can't play the pass Tempori, but Blue looking for Prownsy. 3-man passing play now, it may be coming up from MINKZ. No, Prownsy goes for the early shot, doesn't get Chris involved. Easy save for the defender from the Dutchies. Now Blue and Prownsy double commit. That could be costly. Polly with the shot, and there it is. I thought it was going to come off the long amount of pressure, but no, a double commit will ruin MINKZ's day.
Well, you talked about a breakdown, and it wasn't really as a result of pressure, but it was definitely a breakdown of rotation. I don't know what Prownsy is doing there, taking the ball off of Blue. It's not like Blue has anywhere else to go in that situation, so Dutchies Esports capitalise on a miscue there defensively from MINKZ, and they could go 2-0 up here in quick succession. That would be a real dagger in this game. It's Polly! Puts the shot on target, but Chris turns it aside. Now racing down the right wing to try and get something going in the other direction. Prownsy steps up to receive it, but has turned possession over to Fluzzrex, who has some boost to work with. Looks to pinch it towards the net at the other end, but as we approach the final minute, Dutchies looking to tie up this series with a 1-goal lead.
Yeah, but we've seen MINKZ's ability to come back, and it's looking like they're going in exactly that situation. Prownsy can't get it past Polly, who's looking for the pass to Fluzzrex, but Blue's already up. Now Chris can't fake out Temporary. He's just going straight for the ball, not letting himself be mind gamed. Blue taking control in his own corner, looking for Chris. Again, the passing place. Maybe no, not like that, MINKZ. Have to be a bit more patient with your teammate. Trust your teammates to actually go there. And because those double commits will kill your offense, and you have to start all over again. Now, Prowns again. He's shown the mechanics, but he doesn't need to this time because the short corner was just free.
Where's the defender? The short corner is free. It's not a particularly dangerous approach to the net. The final finish is good, but needed to do better there defensively. Dutchies Esports, they've shipped a freebie, the equaliser with 29 seconds to go, and they're in danger of going 2-0 down in this series if they can see the next one. So how about a decent kickoff going the other way, but instead it is Blue to clear from the ceiling. Might have an extra touch, but gives it away in front of the net, and Fluzzrex had a crack from distance. And what's this? A pinch from the left wing that goes in from Tampuri. Another strange way to take the lead, but Dutchies...
Yeah, Dutchies just take that one. Tampuri moving in just super aggressively. MINKZ didn't really expect that. Dutchies have been a bit more passive when it comes to defending, not really prone to throw all three men into such a dangerous play, but it's working this time. The switch up here working wonders for Dutchies, who maybe now can take the third. No, Prownsy is there. It's Polly against the ceiling. Can he get maybe at the ground pitch? No, Blue will pick it up. It gets intercepted by Fluzzrex, but the ball's still in the air. They have to keep it in the air, MINKZ. But Prownsy now with the shot. No! It's gone away down from the crossbar, and they just couldn't make it. So Dutchies take the second game of this series, and now we are all tied up for this best of 7. We are effectively moving to a best of 5, and I believe my co-host Herbie has some internet issues. So yeah, in the other game we see Donkey Punch taking the second game as well, now leading 2-0 in that one. But Dutchies looking like a strong roster. You're definitely able to compete with being able to compete with MINKZ Luminous, and just showing that the efficiency again coming through. They're just the more efficient team on this evening will win this game. Dutchies with 4 shots against MINKZ Luminous's 7 this time around. So yeah, it's going to be very, very difficult for MINKZ to shut Dutchies' efficiency down. Last time they were the more efficient, this time Dutchies swing it around. Can't wait to see what's going to happen in game number 3. Now go into game number 3. It is all squared in this series. MINKZ Luminous versus Dutchies Esports. I hope my co-host can come back soon, but for now we'll just keep going. Prownsy takes this loose ball after the kickoff. He's going for a bit of a solo play, looking for a pass mid now. Blue is up, but he backflipped. Could cost him dearly, but no. Fluzzrex can't get it past him. Polly now collecting this one fairly easily, looking for Temporary, but Prownsy outspeeds Temporary here. Not the first time that we've seen the MINKZ players just outspeeding the opposition and just going for just being a little bit quicker in the air in general. But on the ground play now from Temporary, it seems to favor Dutchies a bit more. Temporary now looking for a pass mid, can't find Fluzzrex. Chris gets it past the goal, and now Prownsy will take over from him. Polly collects that one quite easily at the wall. Looks for a shot, but Chris was not going to be troubled by that one at all. It's looking like a fairly neutral first minute in this game number 3, but this is a bad clear. Blue maybe can capitalize. No, Polly still has the recovery there. But yeah, sort of a slow start to this game number 3. Both teams knowing, of course, that the opposition is to be taken seriously, knowing that they are fairly evenly matched in this game, so they're not rushing everything. They're just being a bit more hesitant, just seizing each other, looking at each other again, and just trying to find that small gaps that have been shown. Like you've seen from MINKZ earlier, the double commits have been coming out a bit more from MINKZ, so Dutchies are definitely going to look at that as an opportunity. But from Dutchies, it is fairly solid thus far. Not really any big mistakes. Yes, now the demo comes out from Tempori against Prownsy here, keeping and alleviating that offensive pressure, but the ball already back in the orange corner. Now with the shot is Flusrex, but Polly there with the save. Chris now taking control, gets a demo on the way, looking for the layoff to Blue. It's over Blue a bit. Flusrex takes this one. Prownsy now with the shot, not troubling Tempori in the slightest. But Chris now with the double tap. No, he can't find the angle. The goal was wide open for playoff Phil skill caliber. That should be in, but Dutchies survive another day, and they're still 0-0. Shots again coming in. It's still dangerous in front of the Dutchies net, and now the chaos just too much for Dutchies to handle. Blue will take this one. Chris, the second touch not really needed, but it works nonetheless. As MINKZ Gaming now with the first goal in this game number 3. It has been a fairly low scoring affair over this entire series thus far. The first 2 games not characterized by a lot of goals, so this one is very crucial in the grand scheme of the series. It's Chris, can't find the reader, but leaving it to Blue with an open shot. Tempori can't get to it, and that's how you double your lead. Quick second goal from MINKZ Gaming, and Blue says thank you very much. Tempori just sitting in it like a deer in the headlights, not able to move out of the way at all. So MINKZ will gladly take that one for their second game, for their second goal of this game number 3. It's now Polly coming in, trying to maybe look for a kickoff goal. The ball's dangerous, but Chris can barely scrape it off the line, and I do no longer have to solo cast. With me is our producer Dennis, who's coming in from the production booth into the casting booth to replace Herbie, who has a power cut, I believe. I mean, we've seen Dutchies definitely able to create some good opportunities on goal, but thus far in this game number 3, MINKZ has been fairly dominant now. Dutchies coming up with a double commit, rare for them, and now the shot. Flusrex, what a save, son! How did he keep that one out? We don't know, but he has to do a monster save again. Gets to that pass as well. Dutchies definitely have the ability, and we've seen yesterday especially their kickoff, their set pieces are very, very strong from Dutchies, so that could be an opportunity for them, but they need a goal, and they need it now, and they need it fast.
Yeah, they definitely do. 30 seconds on the clock. The time really is ticking for them, but this is not what you want to do. Flusrex needs to rush back. Still can get to the ball. I thought he was just a little bit too late there. Maybe there's a chance here for the Dutchies Esports side. 20 seconds to go. The time really is ticking now off the side wall as the ball bounces into the middle. Now we see Tempori trying to create something here. Polly, what can he do with the ball? The time really is taking 10 seconds to go. Polly off the ceiling, tries to get the ball into the middle. Flusrex going for it off the backboard. That goal is needed right now, which maybe happens here. No, Prownsy will get the save. And Max Fish, that is game done and does it. MINKZ will take game number 3.
Yeah, MINKZ taking game 3 in quite dominant fashion, but at the end there it was a bit sketchy from MINKZ. The Dutchies definitely being able to generate some momentum, which they can use in game number 4 coming up. But now MINKZ, of course, 2-1 up in this best of 7 series. If they win another one, they are on match point, and Dutchies obviously really don't want that to happen. They have to, basically, they have to win the next one, but they've done it before. The first and third game has been going to MINKZ, the second game to Dutchies. So maybe we can see a pattern here where we have back and forth the entire series.
I mean, in that case, well, I'm all for it. The game 7, that would mean, of course, here in the very first round of Championship Sunday, game number 4, MINKZ Luminous taking the lead in this series. But well, Dutchies Esports, we have seen them coming back in game 2. And well, can they do the same here in game 4? Of course, the Dutch side, they tried their best yesterday, just got into Championship Sunday. Well, for MINKZ, it was, you know, a little bit easier for them, not that close for them. In the end, still, you know, not the very first 2 seeds, but still, it works out for them. There's now the ball into the side. Polly tries to get the ball into the middle. Pronzi will take it away. Well, MINKZ, Dutchies Esports, you told it already, you know, they need to win. It's their game to win. Well, so far, MINKZ Luminous, looks like they can cope with the offenses of Dutchies really well. You know, Dutchies, they are trying to play consistent, but MINKZ Luminous, after that game 2, really, they've shown that they can, you know, play really consistent as well, making no mistakes. Ooh, that's a really good ceiling pinch here. But Dutchies Esports, it's really their game to win.
Yeah, the Dutchies, they have to have a bit more pressure on them now, and I feel like what you're saying, like Dutchies is playing a bit more standard Rocket League, whereas MINKZ is maybe a bit more, I wouldn't necessarily call it chaotic, but a bit more non-standard, just going for a bit more of a chasey approach to the entire game, just trying to outpace and outsmart your opponents, and it's nearly working there earlier from Pronzi with the dunk there, basically characterizing what I was trying to say, as Blue gets the ball out of the MINKZ defense. But yeah, it's a bit of 2 different approaches to play the game. One is focused more on a bit more solid and just more by the book Rocket League, whereas MINKZ is trying to be a bit more unpredictable, and it seems like these 2 playstyles from these teams are thus far fairly evenly matched. As we see already in game number 4, there's been 2 shots from MINKZ, but not really that dangerous, as now maybe Dutchies try to generate some offense, but they just can't get out of their own half. It's like there's a seal on the halfway line that just MINKZ in form of like some sort of cat figure that just can't be broken right now.
Yeah, and well, for the Dutchies, they're desperately looking to get the first goal of this game 4, but so far really MINKZ, I would say they are the better team here in game number 4. Of course, the very first round of Championship Sunday. The second round will actually be against 2 Sims on Furry, a team Dutchies played against already yesterday, and they lost in that series. Of course, putting them down into the lower bracket. In the end, Dutchies still managed to win every single series after that, but you know, so far it doesn't really look bright for them. Pronti trying to create an infoot pass here. Flushrex will intercept, puts the ball into the middle. Tempori is waiting, goes for the shot. It will be blocked off by Christo. As Polly off the backboard. That's a really good touch by him actually. No follow-up though. Flushrex in the end will still go for it. Blue. Not the best touch from him. Polly tries to intercept. A few whiffs coming here from both sides of the backboard. Chris needs to get away. Waits really long. Baits his opponent in, but in the end, it is no threat for the MINKZ Luminous side, as the time is slowly running down. A scoreless game so far, but MINKZ, of course, still do have that 1 game advantage.
Yeah, and MINKZ just coming in now, just trying to play from a solid defensive line. Dutchies have been trying to create some offensive pressure, but couldn't register any shots on target yet. We had that ceiling pinch from, I believe it was Tampori, which was quite close, but so they're definitely getting closer to the goal. It's Polly now. Looking for a bump, finds the bump, but Bronzy, last second save from him, just dives across the face of a man, and now it's offensive time for MINKZ, and they immediately counter. Blue takes the pass from Bronzy, 1-0, what a counter attack for MINKZ.
Yeah, this is the pinpoint textbook counter attack here. Pronzy to Blue, as fast as you like. Blue gets a shot as well. And that is 1-0 for MINKZ Luminous game 4. Finally, we are not seeing a goalless game anymore. And now all the pressure is on Dutchies. It was already during the scoreless game, but now there has been a goal being scored by MINKZ. They're even under more pressure. Of course, they do not want to lose this one. They would be going 3-1 down. And just to remind you, it is a single bracket, no lower bracket today. It's all best of 7s. But really, MINKZ Luminous, they have the decent lead here. And well, of course, having the lead in the series as well, Mac.
Yeah, and now they're trying to create the opportunity for them to go match point. Tampori asked with the save here, can get it, and Polly will take it to the corner where it's in relative safety. Fluzrex looking for Tampori again, but it's get blocked by a MINKZ player. Polly again looking for the pass up to Tampori. It's a demo coming through. Maybe a bit of switch-up strategy from Dutchies Esports, going a bit more aggressive, what Chris was doing at the end of game number 2. But right now, they're maybe overcommitting a bit. No, Polly! How did he keep that one out, Dennis?
Yeah, really, Dutchies defense, it's definitely something to praise for. They are saving pretty much every goal or every shot coming in, but not enough. They still having, they still have to make at least one more goal. MINKZ Luminous still were able to score 1 goal in this match around 1 or 2 minutes ago. And now 30 seconds to go out, and Tampori with the shot. That's something Dutchies needed. They are equalized in this game, 26 seconds to go. And now, well, they're still not in the lead, but definitely this will help them to maybe get that lead in this game.
Yeah, and that's just small little whiff there coming in from Chris. Just couldn't quite make the contact with the ball, and at the end there, Tampori just asked with a small little tap in, and will do that of course. And now we're heading into overtime territory, where Dutchies have shown themselves to be very, very deadly, but Prowsey gets the block. No, it's not in. It just barely passed the post. I'm talking about overtime, but Dutchies, of course, they do have to get to overtime first. It's Tampori now getting control, but there's still an infield pass. Prowsey gets it up to Blue. He's looking for a pass mid. Where's Chris? He's up. He jumped already. Good pass to Prowsey again, but Tampori on the backboard will put the ball into the ground, and we have overtime for the first time this series, Dennis.
Yeah, I was already thinking. I think this is the first time of this series. Yeah, overtime, always nice to see. Dutchies got the comeback goal, got that really important goal. Tampori scored with 26 seconds left, but they still got to watch out here. Polly will get the clear out after the 1v1 situation. Polly can get an extra hit. A demo, it is open, and Tampori will not miss those any day of the week. Dutchies will take game number 4, will equalize the series for the 2nd time in this series so far, as we head into game 5, again with an equalized scoreline.
Yeah, and the demo just coming out from Dutchies. Again, they've been trying that strategy during this game, and now it has worked for them in the end. Paul as well with the pass. Fluzrex there. No, Polly in the end, the pass there onto Tampori, who's got the open net. And Dutchies, again, supremely efficient. And yeah, just 3 shots